about various concepts of protection, to explain you about various activities which are carried out in Palampur. So the topics which we will cover in this chapter are overview of the chapter. Overview means to introduce you. What is that in the chapter? Second, introduction. Introduction about the village Palampur. About how many houses are there, what type of activities they are doing, what type of facilities are available in Palampur. The third topic will be organization of production. Organization of production means how production activities are carried out, how many persons are involved in it, what are the transportation facilities. And the next topic will be farming in Palampur. What is the percentage of population which are dependent on farming activities, and how these farming activities are carried out, which crops are grown. And the last topic will be non-farming activities in Palampur, which are the other activities which are carried out in Palampur than the farming activities. So in this chapter we will cover all these topics.
So students, let's start from introduction of village Palampur. Palampur is a small village. Palampur is a small village well connected with neighboring villages and towns like Raiganj and Shahab. In this picture, you can see that Palampur is a small village and it is 3 kilometers away from Raiganj. It is 3 kilometers away from Raiganj. Bullock carts, tangas, buggies, motorcycles, jeeps, tractors and trucks, types of visible transport facilities are available on the road of Palampur. So various types of transportation facilities are also available on the road of village Palampur. This village has 2 primary and 1 high school for the children of village Palampur. And there is 1 primary health center run by government and 1 private dispensary. So any type of facility can be taken by the sick persons. Any sick persons can be treated over here because primary health center is also there and private dispensary is also there. About 450 different caste families are living here. All type of caste persons are living in the village Palampur. Out of these 450 different caste families, 80 are of upper caste. 80 are of upper caste. And this 80 upper caste families own land. Majority in the village. Means ज़्यादातर जो village का जो land है वो किनके पास में है? इस 80 upper caste families के पास में. 1/3 of the population of the village is of scheduled caste. Some persons of Dalit families are also living in this village, but they are living in one corner of the village. Their houses are also kacha houses, and these houses are made of mud. But the houses of the upper caste families and the other families of this village Palampur are pakka houses. Most of the houses are having electric connections. So all this introduction, you can see that the village Palampur is well developed. Transportation facilities are also there, dispensaries are there, primary schools are there, and majority of the persons are dependent on agriculture. But other than agriculture, some persons are doing manufacturing activities, transport activities, shopkeeping. Some persons are having shop and other persons are doing farming activities. Our next topic is about factors of production: land, labor, physical capital, human capital. These 4 are the factor of production. When all this land, labor, physical capital and human capital are combined together, it is known as factors of production. And the main aim of factors of production is to produce goods and services required by the persons. Means जो peoples को चाहिए, जो requirement है उनकी, उसे produce करना. This is the main aim of factors of production. The first requirement of production is land. Land with other natural resources such as forest, water and minerals. Only through land anything cannot be produced. Along with land, what is required? Forest products like raw materials, water and minerals are also required. It is fixed in nature. Land is fixed in nature. If any industries has to be set up, then it has to establish at a fixed place. It cannot be changed. So it is fixed in nature. Second factor of production is labor. The persons who are doing work are known as labor. Labor can be of any type, skilled and unskilled, educated and uneducated. All types of labor is required for the factors of production or to produce goods and services. It totally depends on the nature of work. It totally depends on the nature of work. Means कैसा काम है उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि कैसे persons के require. Some work can only be done by skilled persons or can only be done by educated persons. Like in IT industries, the services are provided, but services are provided only by educated persons. And some type of work can also be done by uneducated, like farming can be done by uneducated persons. An electrician is also uneducated. He can also provide services. So all type of persons are required. Skilled, unskilled, educated and uneducated. It totally depends on the nature of work. The third requirement is capital. Capital means the money invested in business. जो amount business के अंदर invest किया गया है, उस amount, उस money को कहा जाता है capital. Capital is of two types. Fixed capital and working capital. Capital is of two types, fixed capital and working capital. Fixed capital means the amount which is invested once cannot be again used for other purpose. Example, if the buildings is constructed, we cannot sell it. We have to do production activities in that building. So it is a type of fixed capital. If tools are purchased, if machinery is purchased, a huge amount is required for purchasing machinery. So it is invested in fixed type. The next one is working capital. Working capital means the capital which is required for day-to-day activities like purchasing raw material, money in hand to pay rent of the factory or to pay electricity bill, to give wages to the workers. All this type of expenses, there is a requirement of working capital. Variety of inputs are required in every stage during production. ये प्रोडक्शन की करते टाइम पे हर स्टेज पे किसी न किसी चीज की जरूरत होती है. If we take example of farming also, there is a requirement in every stage. There is a requirement of first there is a requirement of seeds, then there is a requirement of fertilizer, then there is a requirement of pesticide, and later on the crops has to be sold in the market. So again there is a requirement of capital. So in every type of activity, in every stage of production, there is a requirement of capital. So you may have understood the three factors of production: land, labor, capital, and the last one is human capital. What is the last factor of production? Human capital. Means the person who is doing business, the person who will use this land, labor and capital in a proper way to change the business into a profit earning business. The knowledge of that person is very important. Totally on the knowledge of that person, the business is dependent, and it also depends on need, which type of knowledge is required. So the last, human capital, is the most important factors of production for the production activity. ह्यूमन कैपिटल, ह्यूमन बीइंग जो एंटरप्रेन्योर है, बिजनेसमैन है, वही सोचता है कि किस चीज का प्रोडक्शन करना है, कैसे प्रोडक्शन करना है, कैसे वेजेस चाहिए, कितनी रॉ मटेरियल्स चाहिए, हाउ ऑल दिस थिंग्स शुड बी यूज्ड इन अ प्रॉपर प्रोपोर्शन. So totally these three factors of production are dependent on the last factor, that is human capital. The goal of the organization is to produce goods and services. I mean, the aim of the production is to produce goods and services. So this is today's topic. Now, thank you.